Hey, what's going on, positive people? What's up, HCR fam? And welcome to the Be Positive Music Show. And I am your host, B+. And of course, we are live right here on SiriusXM, channel 154 and Holy Culture Radio. We have people tuning in from all over the world, and I know that you guys are very, very busy on these Saturday afternoons. You have a lot to do, all that, and you still choose to kick it with me, and I am very, very grateful. We have made it to another weekend, and it is time for another show. I'm gonna do something that's very hard for me, and that is try to take all the songs that I've had in heavy rotation over the past week or so and fit it all into 1 hour of a show. So I'm going to try to do as little talking as possible so I can play just as much music as possible. That's why I'm very excited to be a part of Holy Culture Radio, just because we have so many great personalities, we have so many great shows, and we put you on to a whole lot of great music. So I want to thank you guys for being supporters of Holy Culture Radio. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's show. I do want to give you guys a little bit of a teaser, a little bit of a preview of what I have during the second quarter of today's show. I have 4 songs that I feel like are the most creative songs you're going to hear in our space today. So you got to stick around for that. That's in about 15 minutes from right now. And after our halftime pep talk, I have a couple songs that will be making their Holy Culture Radio debut. So you want to be here in about 30 minutes for that. And of course, fourth quarter, I have to put you guys on to some Christian R&B, that Christian pop sound of music. So that's what I have in store for you guys today. But for this first quarter, I promise you guys that I am not planning this out. It's just so many great songs coming from the ladies of Christian rap right now. So this first full set is going to be from the ladies of Christian hip hop. So this first song is one of my favorite songs. It's one of my favorite albums that just came out just yesterday. The name of the song is Push It. It is by Too Cool Tiff. You guys want to stick around for this. And of course, this is the Be Positive Music Show right here on Holy Culture Radio, SiriusXM channel 154. You guys keep it locked and don't go anywhere.
I'm a monster on the microphone, a menace to the monsters. Every time I get that microphone, I minister to monsters. Much like my mother's mother, I don't mingle in no mess. I make music for the master, mute that demon in your chest. I've been pushing since my mama pushed me out. I push the boundaries, I push the pin to pad and push and pray out principalities.
I've been on cruise, cuz it's all I got time. I've been getting fortified like a diamond.
Man, what an album, man.
Ain't no need pressing, it's all in God's timing. Look, just know that everything's shiny. Just know the beats still gonna be grimy. Just know the heat crack like a lightning. Only difference is I'm right in alignment with all of my assignments. Only purpose is to glorify God. Alive on a
my confidence in you. Yeah, I'ma stay with you. You say it ain't right, then I'm going left with you. Cause all I need is one love, and that's enough.
But my father kept me sane though. I looked at the chains, told the chains, let my chain go. I was in the wheel with the wheel like the Django. Now I'm on the water, I am not in the same boat. I gave him my paddles, I stopped smoking that oregano. Funny how it happened, cause I still got all my flavor though. They don't wanna see me win, I think they should let it go. They gon' think.
All right, and welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the Be Positive Music Show. I am your host, B+. And of course, we are live right here on Holy Culture Radio, SiriusXM, channel 154. Hope you guys enjoyed that first quarter, that first set of today's show. Like I said, the very first song of that set was Push It. That was by Too Cool Tiff. And I want to make sure that I spell out her name. It is T-U capital K-O-O-L Tiff, T-I-F-F. I'm very excited about her as an artist. She just released a project yesterday. The name of that project was Salt. It is fantastic. It is fantastic. So make sure you go to wherever you go to stream, buy, support your artist. Make sure you type in Too Cool Tiff and check that one out. The next song that I had up is called God's Timing. That's by Linnell Grant. And again, that album just came out, I believe, on May 24th, and it came out on a platform called Even. It's kind of similar. Well, it's not similar to Bandcamp, but it's that same model where you pay directly the artist for their art, and you receive it. So make sure you go over and check that out. Again, her name is Linnell Grant. The name of the project is I Ain't Gonna Hold You. So hope you guys enjoyed that song. The next song that I played was One Love. That was by Thailand. And I believe that whole project, well, speaking of that project came out yesterday. The name of that project is called You Don't Know the Half. So, and as I was saying, the production on that project was all done by someone by the name of Lightpole. So you guys, there's a lot of new music coming out, and these are just 3 albums that come out like in the last 7 days or so, and it all happens to be by very dope artists, very dope women artists in our space. So make sure you go check out all 3 of those projects. And then the last song that I played was by an artist by the name of Reese Lachey. The name of the song was Hurt. And I promise you, I am not planning out these sets where I'm honoring and I'm celebrating the women in our space. It just so happens that the songs that are in heavy rotation for me right now, a lot of them are by the women in our space. So make sure you go check out all 4 of those songs. Let's keep the show moving. Like I was saying in our opener, the next 4 songs you're going to hear are, well, actually, is it 4 songs or 3 songs? Yes, 4 songs. The next 4 songs you're going to hear are 4 of what I feel like are the most creative songs that you're going to hear in our space right now. The first song that I have up right now, queued up for you guys to check out, is called Go With The Ghost. It is by No Big Deal. The transparency, just the creativity in the song is just kind of mind-blowing. There is a lyric video that goes along with the song out on YouTube, so make sure you guys go check all that out. This is B+, and you are checking out the Be Positive Music Show right here on Holy Culture Radio, and you guys keep it locked.
They left me out in the cold, but look who opened the door.
Yeah,
I had to float through the
bat like Letterman, pat like sediment. I'm irrelevant, I seek hell in it. I reach heaven cause Christ, he settled it. Might be celibate, married. All of that stuff got shut like Barry. Now my wife in therapy, I be fair and the price we share when we fight for purity. All see.
If the spirit dipping in, I'm gone with.
Baby, I'm gone with the wind. Yeah. You hear that? Baby, I'm gone with the wind.
One, 2, or 3, or 4. Do you wanna live in the light or not? Is you finna fight the good fight or not? Got to put my pride aside and go and apologize. Like, am I finna speak into this mic or not? Wait, on my cup, what you think this is for real? Get that cup. So sorry, God, I'm tripping for real. Honestly, I wanna just treat you like a stranger, but I don't want the sun to go down on my anger. Get right.
Trying to take control, gotta get hold of
Girls on my chest. Girls on my chest. Girls on my chest. Girls on my back. Girls on my back. Walking at the flesh. Pick up your cross and walk. Yeah. Pick up your cross and walk. Yeah. Pick up your cross and walk. Yeah. Pick up your cross and walk. Pick up your cross and walk. Yeah. Pick up your cross and walk.
It's halftime with B+. Time for that pep talk.
All right, and welcome back to the Be Positive Music Show right here on SiriusXM, channel 154 and Holy Culture Radio. It's your host here, B+. And before we get into our halftime pep talk, let's talk about that last set that you just heard. Like I said, those 4 songs, in my opinion, are 4 of the most creative songs in our space right now today. So that first song that you heard was Go With The Ghost. That was by No Big Deal. The next song you heard was Gone With The Wind. That was by Not Clyde. The next song you heard was Peep. That was by Tori Deshawn. And then the 4th song you heard was Crosswalk, and that was by none other than Scooty Wop. Okay, now let's go ahead and hop into our halftime pep talk. Like I said, I'm not going to talk very long on the show because I just have a lot of music that I want to get to. But today, I'm in one of those moods. I'm in one of those moods of just appreciating Christian hip hop. I just tweeted about this the other day that I've been a fan of Christian rap for 25 plus years. I still remember the first album that I saw that my brother had, my older brother. It was either a Preachers in Disguise album or it was just a Barry G album. I know Barry G was a part of the group with Fred Lynch that was known as Preachers in Disguise. So I still remember seeing that first album. I remember falling in love with Christian hip hop. I was kind of grew up in that age with Cross Movement and Gospel Gangsters and Grape Tree Records and all that. but I've been a fan for such a long time. But where we are at today with the depth of talent, the creativity, like I was just sharing in the last set, the artists having control of their art, the transparency that we hear, the ability to talk about current issues that are going on in our societies, it's just really amazing to see. And I'm just honored that I play a small part in this, in the evolution. Well, I don't play a part in the evolution of Christian rap, but I get to talk about the evolution that's going on in Christian rap. And I understand, I get it. It's not perfect, but I think we live in a society today where there's just a whole lot of debate type shows. There's a whole lot of critique shows. There's a lot of exposed YouTube channels and sites and things like that. And sometimes those particular environments kind of seep into how we interact with the things that we know and love. And I think that sometimes happens within Christian hip hop. Yes, there are a lot of pros and cons. And a lot of times I feel like we spend a lot of time on the cons of Christian hip hop and not as much on the pros. And that's what I'm all about here at the Be Positive Music Show. And I just hold firmly to the belief that Christian hip hop is just a microcosm of what happens in the capital C church. And if we're reading our Bibles, if we're seeing like how Paul talked to the body, he talked to their issues. He did speak about it. He did confront their issues. And as long as we are going to be a microcosm of the capital C church, which we're always going to be because we're Christian hip hop, we're Christian rap, we're gospel rap, because we are those things, we're going to have our issues too. We're going to have those. It's inevitable. But at the same time, I feel we need to make sure that we're not letting the temperature of, or just the pace of culture when it comes to just looking at how we can critique things and debate about things and expose things. We have to be careful not to do that to the things that we love. We should be really we should just be happy and just accept the parts of Christian hip hop that can get better. We can definitely work to better those things, but we just have to guard our joy. And I'm just in one of those moods today where I'm just very happy about where we're at in Christian hip hop and the direction that we're going. So I said I wasn't going to talk a whole lot, but as you can see, I get passionate about talking about Christian rap. Like I said, I've been a fan of it for a very, very long time. So what I'm going to do now is stop talking, and I'm going to get into some more music. This is the debut of this song on Holy Culture Radio. The name of the song is Used by You. It is by Hovey, and it's a banger. It's one of those sneaky bangers. It's just a very wholesome track. Hovey is really, really known for that. So we're going to go ahead and get to this music because I'm still talking, y'all. So this is the Be Positive Music Show. You guys keep it locked right here. Holy Culture Radio, SiriusXM, channel 154. Don't you guys go anywhere.
Holy Spirit, speak through me. Yeah.
Sitting in the nosebleed, praying down on my knees, and got back up, we in the floor seats, yeah. Looking at full court games, like of course we had to go stats on full course meals, now it's more on the way. What I stress about these bills, I got more on the way. I'm a still a winning politician, more on the way. Pull up deep, I'm never solo, and it's more on the way.
Where I let my flow and my goal, lose my hold, and I gave up all control, left it at the cross. If you looking for my shame and my gain and my stains, you'll find none of it remains, left it at the cross. Left it at the cross. Left it at the cross. Left it.
It's the fourth quarter. Time for some Christian R&B.
All right, and welcome back to the show, the Be Positive Music Show. I am your host, B+, and yes, we have reached the fourth quarter of today's show, the final 15 minutes of the show. I hope you guys have been enjoying the show. I've had a lot of fun with this. A lot of versatility has been shown through these first 3 quarters of the show. So before we hop into the fourth quarter, let me go ahead and let you guys know what you heard during the third quarter of today's show. The first song was called Used by You. That was by Hovey. The next song that I played was More on the Way, and that was by Derek Minor, John Keith, 1K Few, and No Big Deal. Again, that was a first timer, the first time that song has been played on Holy Culture Radio. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. And then the third and final song that I played during the third quarter, that was At the Cross, and that was by Trip Lee and one of my favorite female vocalists, Madison Ryan Ward. I've been waving her flag for the past year or so, and I'm happy to see that a lot of people are getting on board to what she has going on. She dropped a fire album earlier this year, well, maybe about a month ago. So hope you guys enjoyed that, and let's go ahead and move over to our Christian R&B, that Christian pop segment of the show. The first song that I have coming up for you is not a surprise that I'm playing this song. It's a very, very dope song. The name of the song is Wild and Free. It is by Wande. It is by Doe. This is the Be Positive Music Show. I am B+, and you guys keep it locked right here.
When it's all of God, then it's all of faith. Any given day, I just wanna praise you. Don't misunderstand why I raise my hands. Every circumstance, cause with you I'll never lose. Got me.
I've been on my own, was down bad for far too long. Snap back where I belong. I'm not tryna be far from home. I've been on my own, was down bad for far too long.
And winter into spring, your love blooms like flowers. It's the only thing I need. And through the storm and the rain, the good times bad, you don't change.
All right, it's your host here, B+, and this has been the Be Positive Music Show right here on Holy Culture Radio, SiriusXM channel 154. As always, I really do appreciate you guys rocking it here with me on these Saturday afternoons, early evenings, depending on where you're listening from. But unfortunately, we have reached the end of today's show. But before we head on out of here, I do want to let you guys know what you heard during the fourth quarter of the Christian R&B set of this show. Now, the first song that you heard was Wild and Free. That was by Wande and Doe. The next song you heard was Far From Home. That was by Just Raised and Cyrus Sonata. Let me spell Just Raised in case you want to look up that song. His name is spelled Jusrzd. So again, the name of that song was Far From Home. Very, very smooth track. And then the third song that you heard was Clutch, and that was by Free Will. Okay, and yeah, we've reached the end of today's show, so feel free to follow me over on Twitter and let's continue the conversation over there. I can be found at DJ_B_plus. You can also feel free to go over to YouTube. I'm not as active on YouTube as I want to be. I've been very busy at work and it's been taking a lot of my creative juices, and I've been spending them there at my 9 to 5. But I'm hoping to get back into doing a whole lot more over on YouTube, and you can find me over there if you just type in B+ music. You type that in, you will see my smiling face over there. I have a ton of Christian hip hop content. If you like album reviews, I have a whole lot of those over there, so I'd love to see you come over there. And also, if you are driving or you're in a position where you can't listen and write down all the songs that I'm mentioning as they happen, you can feel free to go over to Spotify, type in Be Positive Music Show, the same as the show, and you will find a playlist by the month of all the songs that I play right here on the show, so you can stay definitely up to date with what's going on over there. So make sure you frequent holyculture.net. A lot of good information over there about what's going on as far as events, contests, so forth and so on. So make sure you go and do that. So that's all I have. That's really all I have. I do want to give one shout out to one of my faithful listeners. He goes by the name of DJ Sam Smite. I appreciate you, man. I pregame over on Twitch with him because he does a dope gospel music set each and every Sunday morning, or just about each and every Sunday morning. So shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. And for all my SiriusXM listeners, for all my Holy Culture listeners, I really do appreciate you guys rocking it here with me. And until next time, peace in, confusion out, and be positive.